Hey, welcome back to Lifelong. Today, I'm going to give you some more fantastic virtual team building resources to help you keep your team connected, even when you're physically distant. Welcome back to Lifelong. I'm Coach Molle. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite resources that I've been using recently and twists on resources I've been using for a while that I've been using in a team building capacity. I'm used to having teams come to me where I'm allowed to process through challenges with them. I'm able to put them in sticky situations to get them to think in different ways. But now I'm faced with the challenge of having to do that while everyone is physically distant. We're all at our computers, we're working on different timelines, we're working on different time zones, different projects. Everyone is feeling not only physically distant, but we're feeling very, very apart from each other. So I've been looking into some different resources you can find online that'll help bring your team back together even when we're all sitting at separate monitors and separate buildings and whatnot. The first resource I want to share with you is a tie-in to a resource I shared with you in a previous episode. We talked about Trello. It's an online platform that allows for project management in a very visual way. I use it for meeting minutes, I use it for my daily to-do lists, I do it for long-term project management, short-term project management. I use it with my virtual assistants. I use it all the time. And I've recently found a really cool thing that people have been doing. If you go over and you look in the templates area, there's actually a couple of like murder mystery team building activities that people have put together. So I thought, why not give it a try? So I got a few of my assistants together and we've been putting this murder mystery, we've been trying to solve this murder mystery for the last couple weeks. And boy, oh boy, I think it's absolutely hilarious. It's been so much fun. What a great new way to use this platform, as well as a new way to get to know my team. I had no idea they were such great detectives. And that could be a new career line for them after this whole pandemic is over with. I am a firm believer in daily social interaction, even if you're sitting at your computer. So little emails here and there. My birthday was recently, and it was such a joy to show up to my computer the next workday and see all of these emails from my coworkers. Usually we would celebrate by having a card that everyone in the office would sign, and we'd have either cupcakes or some fruit or just a moment together to celebrate. But we can't have that because we're all at our homes right now. So it's fantastic to just have that nice little inbox full of wonderful emails from my colleagues. So I'm a firm believer in that. Keep with your traditions, but also break that down into daily interactions. Just share an email once in a while. I like to start my day by emailing out my team and sharing either a funny joke or an observation or a funny video I found. Just something to get everyone on the same page in terms of our emotional level. Not saying that we're talking about work at all, just saying, hey, I had a hilarious weekend and this is what I found online. What do you guys think? And it just keeps everything a little less tense. When we communicate by email, we tend to be very curt, very to the point, and not very welcoming. So having an opportunity to break that mold and to be more casual is a great opportunity in this virtual working era. I also like to share facts of the day, and I just want to give you a little bit of a pointer when it comes to humor. All right, the way that humor is related when you can hear the tone of someone's voice, when you can see their facial expressions, etc., comes across very differently than when you're just reading it. So we don't get that same inflection of voice, those same sarcastic signals in body language or facial expression. So you have to be very, very careful about humor when you relate it via email. They can very easily cross that line from professional but casual to unprofessional and totally crossing in an inappropriate line. So be very, very cautious when you're using that kind of humor. And the third and final resource I'm going to share with you is chat roulette. Alright, so some of us have used chat roulette before in the past just to kill time. And it's a great way to meet strangers where you're automatically paired by a computer to a stranger who's also sitting on the platform looking for a chat roulette. And sometimes you'll end up with, unfortunately, fairly inappropriate connections with people, but a lot of times you'll find that you're meeting someone and you're learning something completely new. I've ended up chat rouletting with people across the world. I've learned all different kinds of traditions and all different fun experiences from that. So I thought I'd bring it into the workplace by pairing up my employees, my team members, and sending them off on 15-minute chat roulette coffee dates. So even though they're at their own homes and their own offices, they're designated a 15-minute time during the day to connect one-on-one with that other employee, that other team member, for like a coffee break. So even though we can't do it in person, it is something that we can still do with video conferencing or FaceTime or Skype or Zoom or whatnot. And I found it's a really neat way to get to know your teammates on a one-on-one, more personal level outside of the workspace per se. And it's a nice way to just relax and still have that social connection. So many of us right now when we're working in this virtual world are deprived of that social connection. It's either work, or it's the family and all of that that's needed of our attention, or it's our friends and our family they need us emotionally, but we can't be there physically. So chat roulette, 15 minutes just to break the ice, keeps good mental health with your team, keeps everyone socially connected, and a socially connected, more emotionally connected team is a more productive, better, more reliable team that will be able to rely on each other. They will trust each other more because they know each other better. All right, everyone, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Please join me on Instagram. I post quite often. I post lots of inspirational quotes and stories and stuff like that. I would love to hear from you there. You can find me at 3THREE_Pines_leadership. You can also find us on Facebook at 3 Pines Leadership as well. And of course, you can watch our podcast videos on our YouTube channel, or you can just listen to the podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts. All of the platforms I think we're on right now. If we are not on a platform you'd like us to be on, let me know. Drop us a line in the comments section, or you can email us directly at admin@3pinesleadership.com. I hope to hear from you soon. I'll see you in our next video. Until next time, remember, I love you, and be excellent to each other.